Have you ever found yourself wondering which AI model would give you the best result? Is Claude better than GPT for coding, or what if Qwen is the best choice for local LLM, or Mistral, for example? Or maybe you've tried multiple AI tools, but switching between them just to compare responses, it's a hassle. That's where MultiChatBots, a tool that I built to help me solve this problem, comes in. With AiMultiChatBots, I'm now able to chat with multiple AI models all on the same time and in the same ring, and it helps me to easily compare them. Hello everyone, here's Ollama Qwen speaking. I'm a computer engineer, and today I will be sharing with you a cool tool called AiMultiChatBots. I will also show you how you can leverage it. Before we dive deeper, let's start with this presentation. So let's dive deeper now and see how it can help you in action. I will be showcasing 3 different demos. In the first one, I will show you how you can use it for comparing models for accuracy and relevance. As a sample, we will compare models in coding. In the second demo, I will show you how you can leverage this tool to enhance your creative content generation. And we will be closing with a demo of comparing fine-tuned versus raw models. If you are fine-tuning a model, this will be very useful for you because it will help you evaluate your fine-tuned models. So let's start with the first demo. So for this demo, we are going to compare models for accuracy and relevance in the coding field. So we are going to chat with different models and see how they react to our prompts. And the goal is also to show you how this tool can help you to put all of these chatbots on the same window and interact with them all at the same time. So first of all, I would like to introduce you to this tool. Before starting, we have to configure our models, and then we have to configure our chatbots. And the models window, we will have the list of all the providers that this tool can use. It starts from OpenAI, Anthropic, Ollama, to Google, Perplexity, Together AI, Replicate AI. These are some well-known AI providers. For me, for this demo, I have configured the API key for my OpenAI account, for my Anthropic, and for Ollama, I'm using my localhost Ollama provider, and I also configured my Google AI provider, and also Replicate, which is a very good that provides you with open source models like Llama, Mistral, etc. Once the model are ready and you have put your API keys, we can go and start configuring our chatbots. So the chatbots is simply an instance of your model, but with a specific system prompt and some configuration, especially for sampling. So for this demo, we are going to create chat session with GPT-4, Anthropic Sonnet 2.7, Ollama Qwen 4B. I'm going to use a very small model with 4B parameters. Then we are also going to use a Replicate Deepseek. We are going to use Deepseek over Replicate. So first I have to start by creating my chatbots. I will start with GPT-4. I already have my GPT-4 configured. I will be using the mini, and I will call it dev _ GPT-4 mini. And for all my GPT models, I will assign them the green color. And for the system prompt, we already have a simple library of system prompts ideas. I will be using the first one in coding. You are an expert programming assistant. Provide clear, efficient code examples with explanation. Prioritize best practices. readability and security. So I will be using the system prompt for all the demo. I will also enable streaming, and for the sampling, I will be using the default configurations for temperature, the max token, and the topic. So now I've created my chatbots, and once I've created this, I will clone it, update it with the models to use next. So for the first one, I'll be using Anthropic 3.7 Sonnet. It's a thinking model. I will call it Dev Thinking Sonnet 3.7. I will assign it another color, but we'll be keeping the same system prompt with the same sampling configurations. I will create the bot. Good. Now I will clone it one more time, and I will be using my Ollama Qwen 4B. I've already downloaded the model in my local machine for this demo, and I chose 4B model especially to compare big versus small models and see how they react. So here it is. I will be calling it Dev Qwen 4B. I can use Qwen 4B over Replicate also, but for this demo, I will be using it on my local machine, and I will give it the blue color and use all the same configuration. And for the last one, I'll be creating a Deepseek over Replicate. So I'll clone it one more time, and I will select it here. So I have Replicate Deepseek R1, Dev Deepseek R1. I will be using the red color. Okay, great. So now I've created all the chatbots. I've saved my configuration. So now I can go back to the main page and start a new session. For this session, I will be selecting all of the chatbots that I've created. GPT-4 first with Dev Thinking Sonnet 3.7, with a local Qwen over Ollama, with Deepseek over Replicate. So you see in the view, we always recall that which provider we are using and how the model is called. So here we are using Anthropic, and the model is called Claude 3.7 Sonnet latest. And of course, every chat session should have a name. So let's call it Comparing Models for Accuracy and Relevance Coding. Cool. Now I can start my session. Good. So we see that we have all the models on the same screen with different chat boxes with all their configurations, and I also have the place where to type the message. So now our contest can start, and I can start asking my models simultaneously the same prompt or the same question. The first contest, I will try to check the level of these models, especially in algorithmic problems. The first question will be very simple. So for the first test, I will be asking these models to provide me with a TypeScript function that can validate if a string is a palindrome or not. For information, palindrome is a string that remains the same whether you read it from left to right or from right to left. So it's a very simple and basic algorithmic exercise. I've already saved the prompt in my prompt library, so it's here. Okay, so we will read again the prompt together. Write a TypeScript function to check if a string is a palindrome and provide samples. Okay, very easy. And the goal is to check how these models will react to this prompt and compare them for accuracy and relevance. Let's go. Okay, so as you see, all the models are fast, but the Dev Qwen 4B, it's the slowest, simply because I'm using it on my local machine, and I don't think I have the perfect configuration for an AI machine. So first, let's see GPT-4 Mini. Okay, so it has created as a function called isPalindrome. It takes an input as string and returns a boolean. Okay, this is very good. It will convert to lowercase all the strings, and then it will remove all the non-alphabetic characters. Yeah, good. And then it will reverse it, and then it will compare the non-reverse string versus the reverse string. So if the comparison were good, this means that the string is a palindrome. Is palindrome. Cool. So here it provides us with samples. I don't know why it provided us with a very complex sample. I didn't ask for that, but it's very good. Race car it's the same thing when you read it from right to left or from left to right. Hello, right, good. Okay, it's very good. It also provides us with explanations. What are the steps that he used to? What are the steps it used to create this function? This is very good. There's no need to go on these details, but here on the bottom we have like rating. We can provide this response with the rating that will remain in our history. I think this deserves 5 stars because it has gone too deep on the understanding and on the execution of the task, and also has provided me with details of the implementation. Let's go to the next model, which is Sonnet 3.7. Okay, so Sonnet 3.7, it's a thinking model. So here we see all the thinking process it has gone through. It has split his task into different subtasks, etc., etc. There's no need to go into the details. What's the most important part for me? It's what is the response it has provided me. So it has created a function called isPalindrome string, and as output it will be providing us a boolean. Okay. Let's say it's not too much different from GPT-4. I think it's very good. They both use the same symbol, which is race car. I think it's one of the symbols that all these models has been trained on. Okay, they all provide you with the same thing. Okay, it has provided us with an alternative implementation with pointers approach, etc., etc. Okay, let's say it's good, but what I like the most in GPT-4, it gave us an explanation about why it provides us with more deep explanation of how he did the implementation. Okay, I think this deserves about 4 stars. Very good. Let's go now to see Qwen for B. Okay, here is an example of TypeScript function that checks whether a given string is a palindrome. Okay, it has provided us with a function called isPalindrome. It returns a string. It will convert all the string into lowercase. Then it will split it into characters. Okay, then it will reverse it and join it again, and then it will compare it, and then it will use the same simple race car. And okay, this is fine. It has gone straight to the point. It has provided me maybe with the needed function. The function is not that optimized. It's not that generic as I wanted, but I think it works for a 4B model. I think it's very good. I think this deserves 3 stars. And the last one is Deepseek. I think for Deepseek, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it has cleaned the character. Then it will split. Okay, the code here is more optimized than the other models. It has combined 2 instructions into 1 single, which is very good. We always have the same test, which is race car, and it has provided us with explanations on how to use it and very simple cases. Okay, I think this deserves 5 stars because it were very complete as a response. Okay, so here we have the rating of each model we are trying. This is very good because it will help you see how your test session is going in its advanced. Okay, so this was the first test. For the second one, I will try to make it more technical. I will provide it with a code, with a React.js code, and we'll try to fix it. So this code is on my, yeah, it's here. It's on my prompt history. So please help me fix this React.js. So you see, it's a star rating component. It's a very basic one, and I made 2 errors here. The first one, a missing closing here, and I also hard-coded 2 in the parameter of the function instead of putting star. So let's see how these models are going to help me fix this bug. Let's go. Okay, let's start with GPT-4 Mini. So first of all, okay, it has detected there's a small issue with the syntax. Okay, so it's incorrectly structured. You are trying to map over the number 5, and if it's array, we will cause runtime error. Okay, instead you should create an array number. Okay, this is very good. So it has understood the syntax error, and it has closed the array. And then it has also detected that we are passing a hard-coded value. So it had fixed it and added a comment, pass the correct star value, which is very good. So the changes it has made: correct array structure, dynamic rating handling, component structure. So it also has, let's say, it also had structured the code, which is very good. And then it provided me with usage example. This is very good. I think GPT deserves the 5 stars. For Sonnet, okay, so let's see what it has fixed. Okay, array syntax, rating logic instead of hard code. Okay, so same thing. It has provided me with a dynamic value, but it didn't provide me with samples of implementations, which is not a problem for me. It deserves also 5 stars. Okay, let's say Qwen 4B. I'm not very happy with the response of Qwen 4B. No, it didn't understand the problem, and it started bugging and hallucinating and saying no sense. So for me, it's going to be just 1 star. The last one will be Deepseek. Okay, Deepseek had fixed the array syntax and also changed it with a dynamic value. So very good. It also deserves 5 stars. My test. So here I finished this part of the demo where we are comparing models for accuracy and relevance. And the conclusion of this test for me is that GPT-4, like Anthropic, like Deepseek, they are very good in understanding our instructions. They are very good in understanding coding and with algorithms and bug fixing. I think they work very good for any development or code generation pipeline. Qwen 4B, for me, it has worked, but sometimes it didn't work. I think small models can't work with complex needs. They are very good for simple needs. For example, as you see, for generating a function to check whether a given string is a palindrome or not, it works very good. This is very good usage of small models. But when things become more complex and needs maybe more training, things get worse. So we can't use it for complex coding tasks. So you see that using this model, we were able to put side by side AI models and to interact with them at the same time, and also being able to rank them using star. For the second part of this demo, we are going to use this tool for creative content generation, and I will show you how using different chatbots you can enhance your content generation quality and maybe also speed. So first I'm going to create some custom chatbots with different system prompts that they will react to my prompt at the same time, and they will provide me with more options or maybe possibilities that I can use in my content, my creative content generation. So first of all, I have to create new chatbots that are more content generation oriented than the first chatbots I've used on the first demo. They were more dev oriented chatbots. For content generation, I like using GPT-4 and Llama models. I think they are very good in writing. So the first one, I will be using Llama over Replicate. So content Llama. I have already configured my model. I also can use Llama over Ollama on my local machine, but I don't have a very powerful machine to do this. This is why I always like using Replicate. For example, I will be using the 70B Llama 3 or the 8B. Maybe it's going to be very good. Maybe it's going to be a very good option to test both of them and see how they will react. So I'll be using the yellow. And for Kenta, you are a professional writer. Okay, I would like to use this first prompt for this model. I will create the chatbot, then I will clone it. I'll be using 8B. Professional writing, help craft clear. Please stay short and provide with direct response. Okay, so for the 8B, I ask it to be straightforward, There's no need to go into details. Just provide me with a short response. Llama 2. And I also will be using GPT-4 Mini, but I will provide it with another. You are social media content creator. Okay, very good. Okay, for GPT-4 Mini, I told him that you are a social media content creator, so help me crafting engaging posts, captions, etc. Let's go now. Once I created my chatbots, I can start again a new chat session. But for this time, I will select all the models that I've created for content, and I will call it content generation session. Okay, so now we have created the session. For the first prompt, I will ask it to provide me with an engaging LinkedIn post about my last trip to Web Summit. Let's say go. Okay, so for information, the first content Llama chatbot, it will provide me with, let's say, it's not going to be like a LinkedIn post. It's more than a writing assistant, because I didn't tell him to be a social network writer. For the second one, it's like a short writer, and for the third one, it's like a social network specialist. So this is why we see GPT-4 provide me with emojis and provide me with kind of hashtags, while the other models are not providing me the same thing. So what I like in this process is that you don't only have one version of what you want to do, but you have 3 different, or maybe 5, or maybe 10 different versions, and it will provide you to tweak your message. For example, if I will use this one, for example, maybe there's expressions that I don't like to use, or that doesn't sound friendly to me. So maybe I will find other options on the second or the third chatbot. So let's give it another try right now, and I will tell him to provide with a short Twitter message to publish, and it talks about a tool that provides users with the ability to chat with many LLMs at the same time. Which is this tool? Okay, let's see. Okay, we see that GPT-4, it's playing the role. It has provided me with a short Twitter. It didn't exceed the maximum number of letters. Okay, Llama 2, it's provided me with a very good option, discovered, okay, which is very good. And Llama 70B, it has provided me with more rich option. The main difference between Llama 3 8B and Llama 3 70B is that Llama 3 70B has a wider vocabulary database than Llama 3 8B. Llama 3 8B, it's very lightweight. It can run. It's faster. It can interpret your instructions very quickly. But sometimes in some situations it can be very poor. This was an example of how you can use this tool to provide you with many options at the same time, and it will help you maybe enhance your quality of writing, or maybe provide you with more ideas if you still want to write your posts and your text yourself. So maybe sometimes you just need inspiration, and I find this like a very amazing tool. So for the last part of the demo, I would like to showcase you a very common use case many AI engineers maybe encounter, which is comparing fine-tuned model versus raw models. If you are working on fine-tuning a model, maybe you will need a tool that will let you compare how your new trained fine-tuned model is reacting to the prompt. For this use case, I will be comparing a raw model versus a fine-tuned model for instruction, which is a very common kind of fine-tuning that many AI model companies provide with their model. And for this use case, I'll be comparing raw Llama 3 versus Llama 3 Instruct, which is a Llama 3 raw model that has been fine-tuned for instruction. For this, I have to create a new two new different chatbots. So I will choose them. So I will be doing the test on Replicate. So I'll be using the Llama 3 70B Instruct. We call it Llama fine-tuned to instruction. You are just helpful assistant, we don't care. Versus a Llama raw model. Yeah, here is raw model. Okay. So now I can start a new chat session. I will be comparing the raw model versus the fine-tuned. I will comparing raw versus fine-tuned. Okay, let's start. I will be asking them the same question. And for this use case, I have, let's say, a famous use case. Here, I will be asking them to resolve a problem. I will ask them a question, and I would like to see how they will react to my question. Okay, so for this part, I asked them a question. The question is very simple. Sarah had 7 llamas. Her friend gave her 3 more tracks of llamas. Each track has 5 llamas. How many llamas does Sarah have in total? So you see here, I'm asking Llama 3 with a very logic question. So for the first part, we have asked this question for the fine-tuned model with instruction. So the answer were very good. So let's help Sarah count her llamas. Sarah started with 7 llama. Her friend gave her 3, etc. So it has multiplied 3 by 5, which 15 llamas. Now let's make the addition. We have 7 with 15 llama, and here we have 22 llama in total. So it was very good. This model has understood the question, has understood our instructions, and it provided us with the accurate response. But the llama raw model has provided us with, let's say, very different response. We see there's no logic in what Llama 370B raw model has provided us. I can't even read all these numbers. It's like hallucination. The model is hallucinating and it's saying bullshit, but I can explain you what is happening. Generally, raw models are designed for completion. So here, what Llama 3 raw model is trying to do, it is completing the stories. I gave him a scenario. I told him, Q, Sarah has 7 llama, etc., etc. And what he's doing, he's trying to create a conversation between the first line and a new human. So it has created a new personage in the story, and it started creating conversation. This is very natural. This is very natural aspect of AI models because they are designed for completion. They don't understand what we need. They always try to write you something to complete, while on the other side, the fine-tuned model, it has been fine-tuned for instructions, so it has been fine-tuned to understand what we are asking for, and based on this understanding, it provides you with the right response. So you see here the exercise that I've made, it's on very well-known model, and we are comparing raw model versus a fine-tuned model for instruction. But for you can use it for your own models with own fine-tuned models, whether you're doing them for public or you're doing them for your business or doing them for a special use case. So this helps you to see how your new fine-tuned model is behaving in front of the raw model. I hope this example was very good and has shown you the real difference between how models can react. As you can see, Multichatbots makes it effortless to compare, analyze, and choose the best responses. Multichatbots provides a secure and private experience by storing encrypted API keys, configurations, and traces of your history in your browser. It also makes it easy to compare side-by-side models in an organized and clear interface. And you can easily customize models configurations and add your own models. Now that I finish it, I want you to use it and test it yourself. I'd love to hear what you think. Your feedback is super valuable as I continue to improve this tool. Write me in a comment or send me a message. I'll be happy to hear your feedbacks. You'll find below links to source code on GitHub and demo if you want to try it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you find this interesting. See you on the next episode.